Hey, good morning, everybody. We're back today with the 69 Gravely project here. The last time we left off, I degreased the engine and transmission real good, and then I went ahead and I painted it, and I used the Rust-Oleum orange. It's just plain orange Rust-Oleum, and it seems to look pretty good. It's not bad at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and just clean up the magneto some. I still have to take the tow hitch off. I'm going to sand that down. I'll be painting that too. The only reason why I left it on there, because the paint was still wet, so I just wanted to prop the tractor on this wood when I had it inside. I ran into problems. I think I mentioned this before with the fan shroud here. What it is it's missing one of the rivets in here, and being that the rivet was out, I'll show you what happened, because it was probably flopping around. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but inside here the whole thing is cracked. What I'm going to do is I have to mix up some JB weld anyway, so I'm just going to JB weld it. I do have another shroud, but this is all bent up this way, because I have a funny feeling somebody tried to take the jug off without taking the shroud off and just bent this up so that you get the jug off. So I'm not good at repairing the steel. I know it could probably be fixed. Would have to be taken apart, banged back straight or whatever. And then another problem I ran into. Well, let me show you this first. The problem here is that your gas tank goes up right into here. Okay, so you have no clearance here. What they did was they used these big rivets or whatever they are here. Okay, I was thinking of using a carriage bolt and just like grinding the carriage bolt down, but then I thought to myself, let me see if I can find some screws that are like tapered. So I found these in the Home Depot. They're the machine screws. It comes with the nuts and everything here. And if worse comes to worse, I have that remount tool that you buy the set from Harbor Freight. It's like tapered. So I don't know. I think the hole is 5/16 and these are 1/4, so the head might fit in there and be flush. I want it to be flush in here, so this way when we put the gas tank on, we don't crush the tank. Another thing is, I ran this tractor for you guys like 3 times after before I built the engine. It was smoking real bad, and then after I fixed the engine, I ran it again for you. I think me and my friend Richie started it up in the video also when it was a little cold out, and it was fine, no problem. So I cleaned the tank out yesterday, and I found the hole in the bottom here, wherever the hole is now. Can never find. Oh yeah, here it is. I don't even know if you can see it because I got this big glare here with the sun. So there's a hole here where my finger is, if you can even see my finger. The tank on the L8 was like Swiss cheese, and it had holes in it around the strap also. So what I did was I made a couple of videos on it, the gas tank repair. And what I did was I cleaned the tank real good. I sanded it all down, and I took some JB weld and I covered all the holes. And that was last October or whenever it was. I don't remember exactly when, and it held. It's still holding now as we speak. So okay, I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to go ahead and do the repair on the shroud here and see if we could use the machine screws here, see if it'll work out. Okay, so it turns out that, you know, when I measured the hole, it's supposed to take a 5/16 bolt you could use. So I bought 1/4 inch, hoping that it would just fall in there and be pretty much flush in there. And I think we'll be all right with that. So what I'm going to do is, it came with the nuts. I'm going to stick a washer on the other end here, and then we'll tighten it up. You know, I wanted to cut this other rivet out and do the same thing, but I really don't feel like pressing my luck with it. So I'm just going to leave it at this. You know what happens when you try to do a good thing and then... Like this should work out good. Yeah, that's pretty flush. I think it'll be all right. It's not gonna really crush the tank bad. And then what I'll do is, I'm just gonna take my cutoff tool and just cut this flush to the nut here, so it looks halfway presentable, and then we'll be in good shape with it. Another problem that I almost forgot to mention. Okay, as I was saying before I accidentally shut the camera off. Okay, we have these gas tank straps go around the edge of the tank here, and these are the heavy duty ones that Gravely used, and they're pretty good, but they do have a weak link. But I think most of the reason why this happens, this is supposed to be like this and it snapped off. I think most of the reason why this happens is that the bolts come loose and then they just violently shake and rattle and they break and they crack. And I don't have any of these. I got like 6 of these, the new type. I only have 2 of these, which they used in the 50s, 40s, whatever. They're old. These normally crack right here, like I said, maybe from coming loose or whatever. So right now I'm stuck for these parts here. I would really love to use the heavy duty setup here. I have to look on GT Gravely. Maybe I could order these and get these. I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I'll just have to use these and make sure everything's tight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these out to where I can use a 5/16 nut in the bolt, and I think I have some spacers around I could use. And I'll also drill this out to 5/16 because this is a 1/4 inch also. I'll try to make it a little more heavy duty, and maybe I'll just do that. Let me see what happens with it. Okay, now as far as the hood goes, the hoods are always missing every time I get these tractors. They're always gone. I don't know where they end up or whatever. So what I do like the slanted hood better. And this is an older hood. This is supposed to have the slanted hood that wraps around the gas tank because it's a pull start, it's not electric start. The electric start ones have like the flat hood, I guess, to cover the battery. And years ago, I got an old Gravely L8. It was all shot. I still have the hood to it, and it would fit this. But like I said, I'd rather have the slanted hood anyway. So if anybody wants it, I think I've had it for about 20 years. I do have a super convertible hood that would fit, you know, an L8 or anything with an electric start. That's it for now. The heat shields here, I only have one. The tractor came with no heat shields. So what I have to do is I'm gonna have to try to fabricate this. I do have the metal to do it, but I'm not that great with metal, but I'll try my luck at it and try to make these. This one here, this is a 1967 tractor, and I used these shields here. They were off like an old Model L, I guess from the 60s. I don't remember what I had to do, but it really didn't fit right. I think I had to drill another hole in there, so this would clear the intake manifold, or I had to cut it here. I don't remember what I had to do to fabricate it, but I had to do both sides, so I got them to fit on here. I'm really running out of parts. I have to try to get some more Graveleys and parts and whatever, because like this is the last shield that I have right now. But I'll use this as a template. I'll measure it off, I'll cut it square, and then I'll make it so it'll fit on there. Okay, so I'm going to sand the tank down, get it down to, you know, pretty much bare metal. With these tractors, it looked like they just slapped them all together and just took orange and painted everything orange. That's what it seems like on it. So, well, once I get this old paint off here and the rust on the bottom, I'll take and I'll go around here with JB Weld also. I'll fix the hole. Wherever I see rust, I'll just smear a little JB Weld on there. I'll sand down the hood some. I'm not going to go too crazy with that. And I'm going to start painting stuff and getting it ready to be put back together for reassembly. And I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.